In this video, I'm going to share with you as quickly as I can the most basic tech stack you need to start a local newsletter. And I'm going to give you all the free versions as well. So the first thing you need to do from day one is stay organized. Google Sheets are going to get very confusing very quickly. So my recommendation is this tool here. This is Resource X. What this allows you to do is while you're finding events and news to put into your newsletter throughout the week, you can add it to this calendar. Now these events can be private, so only you can see them, or they can be public, which means you can turn this calendar into a resource for the local community to drive traffic to your newsletter. But staying organized from day one is really important. This tool will not only help you collect all the content you're going to use, but it's going to help you collect ads, information, sponsorships, all those kind of things. Now, the second thing that we need to do when we're doing this newsletter is we need to write it and we need to send it. Getting yourself a decent prompt in ChatGPT and Claude that you can recycle over and over is a good investment of your time. You can write it yourself, or if you'd like more information about the prompts we use, just put prompts down in the comments. So ChatGPT and Claude are your best bets. If you are going to use ChatGPT, you want to make sure you're using the free version and using up your free credits. Don't write it on the older models. You're just going to get rubbish output. My second pro tip for you is do not use search when you are writing your newsletter. It will not find up-to-date relevant information. I have, again, a workflow that I use for mine, and if you're interested in finding out more about that, just put workflow into the chat. Into the comments. But whether it's ChatGPT or Claude that you're using, just use the one that gives you the output that you like the best. Then you need to write your newsletter onto a platform that can send it. You've got Beehive or Copy Quill are the ones we recommend. This is what Beehive looks like. It's incredibly popular. It does an absolute ton of stuff. They have different plans, as you can see here. If you use the link down in the description, you will get 20% off your first few months. However, you can actually grow to 2,500 subscribers for free. And I should say as well, that link below will give you a free trial as well to this software. But what you do get in the scale plan that you are going to want to use at some point is the surveys and forms, because you're going to want to survey people when they sign up. You want the polls as well, because you're going to want to ask people questions about the newsletter and get feedback in order to improve it. And then at some point, you're going to want to add admin. You might have an intern or a VA. And webhooks as well, if you've got the skills, are incredibly useful. So initially, you can start with the free plan. Oh, and I should mention as well the analytics as well, knowing where all your audience is coming from, what they're clicking on, what they're not, is really, really important. So use the link in the description if you want 20% off. If you want to start with the launch and the free trial as well, if you want to start with the launch plan, that's fine. They do have different prices. So if you stay on the launch plan to 2,500 subscribers, the cheapest way to do it is yearly. It's going to be just under $50 a month, billed annually. But like I said, you can get that 20% off. And by the time you're at 2,500 subscribers, you should be monetized. $50 a month, you should be covering easily with the money that you're bringing in. If you want another option out there, then you can use Copy Quill. Copy Quill is just like Beehive. It's a place to write and send your newsletter, but this platform is designed specifically for local and curated newsletters. And if you want to stay on the free plan for Beehive for longer, but you are interested in doing surveys and polls, you can find a program like this. This is Jotform. Again, they have a free trial and you can build forms. So yeah, this is free and people just have to click off the platform, off of Beehive or Copy Quill, whatever you're using, to come and fill out the form. So going back then to our list, the next thing that you are going to need is you're going to need social media. That's really easy to set up. Instagram and Facebook is where you want to start. If you want to use a scheduling tool, you can use something like Radar or Buffer in order to schedule your content so it goes out on both platforms and you're not doing it manually. what you can do as well is just focus your content on videos and focus your content on reels specifically. If you want some guidance on what kind of content to make for social media that's going to get you results fastest, then again, just put video down in the comments. The next thing that you're going to need to do is you're going to need to think about growth. Growth organically will be slow, but the nice thing about this business model is that growth for a local newsletter for paid is actually incredibly cheap compared to other ways of growing different types of businesses. You should be able to get Facebook ads and Instagram ads running for about 20 to 50 cents for a subscriber. And you should be getting paid ads in your newsletter from about 200 to 500 subs. So if we do the maths, 500 subs at 50 cents a sub, you're looking at $250 out, and then you can sign your first sponsor or advertiser as a local business in your newsletter for $50 to $100. Get a couple of those in, and you've covered your ads spend so far. And then you can start working on things like cross promotions and partnerships with other businesses once you've got your audience. You still want to be running Facebook ads all the time, but it means over time you can drop down the Facebook ads as more organic marketing works. Plus, what will happen is people that see your Facebook ad will subscribe to the newsletter, but then some of them as well will also subscribe to your Facebook page, or if they're on Instagram ads, your Instagram page as well. So what's going to happen is you're kind of going to get a 2-for-1, not as many, but a proportion of the people that subscribe to the newsletter will also subscribe to the social media. So you're getting a little bit more bang for your buck. So once you started, it's meta ads you want to start running on both Facebook and on Instagram. And like I said, you want them as reels so that people are watching your videos organically and they are seeing your ads. So that is the full stack that you want to start off with. Like I said, you can start all of this for free. The only thing I'll be doing is definitely seeing if you can find yourself $100 to $200 a month to start with to kickstart those ads. As soon as you can hit 500 subscribers, you're going to be in a position where you can start going out and getting partnerships and ads in your newsletter. See you in the next one.